out. Welcome, guys. This is episode 17 of the Taco Town. Me and Pack Punch here, bringing you another great episode. Tonight's topic is Seven Deadly Sins, season 1 and season 2. So we will be talking spoilers. If you haven't watched it, I would recommend not watching this episode yet, unless you just don't care. That's totally up to you. But anyways, what's going on, Pack Punch?
Nothing much. Just got finished watching Dragon Ball Fighters World Tour and watching Kazunoko take the championship. Thanks, man.
I watched just the ending, which is pretty good. So I don't know anyone, but it was like, oh, I like watching that stuff.
Yeah. It was nuts.
I like watching tournaments.
If only there was like other anime games that were that good. Yeah, like the Seven Deadly Sins game.
Yeah.
If only that.
No, Fighter Z is like it's a true anime game. Like at least competitive wise and just overall.
Yeah, I was talking with one of my friends and I was like, it'd be dope if they just have like guest appearances of other anime characters in the show. Like we just start adding like Luffy, like not big, like a whole bunch of characters, just like add one from a series.
Yeah,
add Luffy, add Meliodas, stuff like that.
Some main ones, some of the big ones.
Yeah, just literally the main character.
That'd be cool.
That would be dope. But we got Jump Force coming, so
yeah, we got Jump Force. We'll see.
We'll see how that.
We're playing the beta today. Me and Pack Punch, so we'll see.
I gotta finish Kingdom Hearts first.
That's true, dude.
I'll probably I gotta.
That's true.
I gotta beat 2 tonight. And I gotta run. Then I'll probably play Jump Force, and then run 2.8 tomorrow. Beat that, and then 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3 tomorrow, man. It's like Christmas.
Yeah.
14 years of waiting for Christmas,
I know. It's been like a decade.
It's been a long time. But anyways, so our topic though is Seven Deadly Sins. How do you want to start this, Pack Punch? Talk about season 1?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on season 1? Let's start with that.
Annoying. Annoying at first. Well, at first, like first impressions, it was good, of course.
Yeah.
When what's his name threw the thunder, when he threw the spear at freaking Meliodas, and with lightning, sick. And then Meliodas sensed it from afar away, and he's like, I gotta go outside. He's like, oh, I forgot what's her name. She's Elizabeth? Like, oh, what?
Elizabeth?
Yeah, Elizabeth. Yeah. Elizabeth was like, oh my god. Then as she was saying stuff, like he grabbed the spear, threw it back. That was dope. Of course. I've never said the show was terrible in the animation department. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot of the animators, so
yeah,
that's I'm pretty stupid when it comes to that.
I'm trying to think what studio did this one.
I don't know. No.
It's not White Fox, I don't think. No, I don't know.
No, it's not.
I'm not 100% sure. But the animation's pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's good. It's not bad.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
From what I see. And a lot of the art.
Yeah, I do.
But I can't tell you anything in the anime because I know almost nothing.
Nothing.
I literally, I'm not even gonna joke. I don't.
That's fine, dude.
But plot wise, we could speak on plot.
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting. It was pretty interesting in that aspect. Like, so what makes this character a Seven Deadly Sins? Why is he the leader, and why are they split up, and why have all this stuff, and actually, why do they have wanted posters for the Seven Deadly Sins?
Yeah, a lot of questions right at the beginning.
Yeah, a lot of questions. And then then of course you had to pick up the Seven Deadly Sins later on.
Yeah.
They went on an adventure to gather them up. Basically collecting Pokemon, meeting with everyone. Hey, and then of course having oppositions in the way, but those oppositions were basically fodder compared to Meliodas, Ban, and uh,
A lot of grabbing too.
King. Yeah, just
A lot of groping.
yeah, there's groping. That
Hey,
Meliodas loves his titties, man.
yeah,
Meliodas loves his girls, but
girls in
at
mini
the end of the day,
skirts.
yeah, he likes, but like at the end of the day, I was hoping a little bit more in the sense of like it wasn't so bland. Like, oh, like the problem with season one for me is just like it didn't have enough backstory. And it's just a season one. You know, at the end of the day, I believe in the sense of when a writer writes, he has a whole complete story, and then until that story is finished with the franchise or like a franchise like ended, like let's say like when One Piece finishes, like you can't really judge One Piece. You can judge One Piece by partials, but then there's a bigger picture into some of the things that lead up to it, because there's small pieces that lead up to how a character thinks. There's psychological psychological aspects
Yeah,
of like why certain characters do certain things, and it's just like really getting an understanding of the character. That's why I usually believe in the sense of you should wait until the whole portrait is finished before you start judging the wrinkles.
yeah.
I mean, start judging the drawings, because you can see one thing and you can see like, oh, this square looks stupid. Like, why is he drawing the square like that in a picture? And then you see how it fits in and blends in with the whole portrait of the artist is portraying.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're like, it's a lot better than I thought it would be. This actually is dope. So, of course, so I usually think with that philosophy. I would just, as a season one, I was just like, it was just kind of, because it's like these characters are just too OP. They don't really. The only thing that can take out another seven deadly sins, really, it looks like, is another seven deadly sins at the time. And the beast that was at the end. But even then, it was just what at the end it just didn't really amount to much. It was
Yeah,
just still a little bit too easy.
yeah.
Yeah,
The only backstory we really got is Bon a lot in season one. Trying to think of anyone else really. I don't think so though.
yeah. A lot
Guther,
of
we
people
didn't get
get
a
to discover
backstory.
their
Only Bon, I think, is the one that we truly. And King,
a
King
little
and
bit, but not not
and
not not the crazy amount where you
King
not to
and
crazy.
the giant lady,
Yeah,
Diana, right? I don't know why I'm having like a brain fart
but
right now.
yeah, I can't remember her name either.
When
But
when she was small, when
Deanne,
King, yeah, Diana,
Deanne,
yeah,
Deanne.
um, yeah, I agree with
And
you. I
in
still
that sense,
enjoyed it
yeah.
though.
So
I
yeah, there's things you enjoy. It's just some things are just like, really, he's just gonna use full counter. Like,
yeah,
oh, okay, he's gonna use counter. You know it's coming because he doesn't use it the whole time.
yeah, yeah,
So it's just like, oh, it's a predictable kind of.
yeah. Very OP.
It's
The
a
first season.
it's a little bit more predictive than like Goku using a Kamehameha when he beats an opponent. It's like, okay, it's a toss up with Goku. It's like Goku can finish him off with Spirit Bomb, Kamehameha, or that. It's either one, but like Meliodas is almost like always full counter when it comes to the big baddie.
Yeah. The only
Usually.
weird thing was like the whole hawk thing, the pig at the end,
Yeah,
where when he
yeah,
died, and I was like, what the fuck? And then he came back. Still, I don't know if we
but
still know.
yeah,
I don't
but
remember.
season one in general, like I said, like the portrait kind of aspect is like they were teasing a lot more into the next season and the
Yeah.
season that's going to be after that, like what's in the manga. Because if you clearly look at it, it's like, why did certain species start working with demons? Like, why? And
Hmm.
it doesn't make that much sense. And why do like those people that was talking about want to get rid of Meliodas? Yeah, like we may know Meliodas is a demon now, but like, why do you want to get rid of him or whatever? He doesn't seem like he's doing anything crazy. So
Yeah,
like, what's the real agenda with them? And yeah, it's just like I said, it's little pieces like that that make the whole story. That's why I say like sometimes judging seasons is not a proper way to do uh anime adaptations because they're not finished or not even like adaptations. It's just stories in general. Just
yeah,
low key kind of wait.
yeah. And the way anime is now
Even
too, it's almost mostly seasons now. There's barely that are week
yeah,
by week. There's only a few now that
yeah,
do week by week.
yeah. So I like at the end of the day, like I say this, like season one is fine, if, but at the end of the day, the only reason I didn't particularly like it is because it didn't have enough backstory. But like I said, season two came with the backstory, and I'm pretty sure even where I left off in the manga, they added more backstory to certain characters. So that like fills in the void of, oh, okay, that's what we needed. Now the story becomes strong. You have something to draw on, and you have a lot more questions to ask and answer, questions to answer, and what's the relations between certain characters with certain characters and how they meet and what happens after that.
Yeah,
Because um and I that's the only reason why I'm literally saying like I didn't really enjoy season one like that because backstory is kind of important for me. Seeing where the character's from, seeing from their perspective, because if having a character that's just too OP and not having I'm not saying growth, but having not having a perspective or not showing anything other than oh, I'll just walk over to the next town and just beat somebody's ass again, like then it becomes a
yeah,
little dull and boring.
I agree.
But like I said,
It's still enjoyable.
it fixes all these problems
Oh
later
yeah,
on
yeah,
because they teased a lot of things
and it's
and
kind
there
of
was a lot of
funny
questions to be answered
when
and they were answered and we have a lot more questions to ask and it's not done yet. So, you know, at the end of the day,
yeah,
season 1 was a success and what it was doing and I think season 1 was a success of drawing people to the show, having them enjoy the time. The music was amazing.
that opening song.
Salmano did an amazing composing with he what song he did it with someone else I forgot. Kobayashi, that's what he did.
Hmm.
He did a song with Kobayashi. If you know Kobayashi, she actually sung Bios. She actually sung a
Bios.
lot of not I think it was a lot of Kill songs, OSTs in the background. She's a really good artist, and having her on the musical end was a fantastic idea in that sense. Music really like if you ever guys ever watch Fairy Tale, it's kind of similar to that in a sense.
Yeah,
It's kind of a beat where it feels like everybody's working. It feels like a guild kind of music, like I feels like how can I explain it? I like an Irish kind of a
yeah,
European theme going on.
yeah. Definitely
Like it
Irish,
builds,
like Celtic.
yeah, yeah, Celtic Irish kind of feel going on, and then it builds up, and then you hear the drop, of course, and of course, I'll tell you guys a song. Like if you just type in literally on YouTube, Sawano and Kobayashi, you'll hear the song, and that's the song where Meliodas always fucks up anybody in his wake. So that's
Uh,
the music side of the series is great. Fighting and choreography is great.
yeah, a lot of action in still
Yeah,
season
a
one.
lot of
Yeah, it's
action.
good.
One
Yeah,
thing I really did enjoy though, I really did enjoy how the seven deadly sins interacted with each other, how different they react to each other. Like
yeah,
it's like somebody's in love with someone else, one guy's jealous, but that one guy is also makes fun of this character because he doesn't like him morally. He doesn't like the other character morally.
yeah. I
Yeah,
like the tournament fight between Bon and Meliodas was cool.
yeah, that was cool. We had that. We also had we just had very interesting interactions. A person who wants a heart and wants to understand human feelings.
Yeah, Gutha.
Another person, yeah, another person who a spellcaster who's basically doing whatever she wants, and we don't know what her true motives is or what she would like to do. But she becomes entertaining in the sense of, just being like everybody there. Like there's a very diverse personality, and because of that, they act with each other completely different, and it's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. It feels like a feel it feels like a real click. It's like everybody's different, and you always have that sense. So a lot of people align themselves with one of their favorite characters, and it's even without backstory. That's the interesting thing. Their personality is so interesting that you're just like, I wonder where they came from or how did they develop their personality.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of mystery at first with them.
Yeah,
I was thinking it was pretty funny though, when they fight what's his face at the end of there in season one. Um, you find out in like season two that those guys are pretty weak compared to what season two shows. Like how their
yeah.
level, how their power level was. So at the season one time, you thought, oh, this is the strongest like dude at the time,
It's like this
but
guy's
then you didn't know about what was coming later. So
like
it's good.
he's gonna screw me up. He's gonna body me. Simple.
Yeah. So this is kind of funny. I was just thinking about. I was like, oh yeah, that's true. Um, but yeah, I for me personally, I enjoyed season one. I do agree with the whole overpowered. They did pretty much beat everyone's ass. Um, yeah, I do like Bond a lot. He is my favorite character in the series. I don't know, just I like his personality. I like his backstory. I like his power. I don't know. He's just my favorite.
And you can't die,
Yeah, I like the whole
you know.
immortal thing and stuff like that.
But not dying is not always a good thing,
No, it's
you know.
not. But just his personality in
uh,
general, I like. I just like him as the Bond man that wants his woman back.
that's true. But
So
what's it's funny because there's instances like with when Bond is teasing Meliodas, and
yeah,
Meliodas, but like remember the first interaction? It's like, oh, let me touch that sword. He's like, last time I touched that sword, I had this scar on me.
yeah,
And it's kind of funny because it kind of shows that, like, not saying that Bond's an immortal, but Bond can get scars. And how can he get scars if he's immortal and he just heals everything
yeah.
when Meliodas attacked him? So it's just
It's
Bond's
interesting.
not OP immortal. It's just we need to figure out what exactly hurts and what actually negates his
Yeah,
abilities.
there's got to be some kind of
Yeah,
weakness. If
there's a
Meliodas
limit,
can,
but
if he can hurt him, or at least
yeah,
give
if
him a
you
scar.
can scar somebody who's a norm immortal, and the scar completely stays every single time you regenerate from well, he doesn't die from near death because he always comes back, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Where he comes back from death, literally itself, regenerate.
yeah.
It's like,
And so yeah,
and it's
it's
not
for
like
sure.
Bond controls it. I believe
Oh,
it's like, oh, I just want to regenerate this hand or whatever.
even in season one though, I did enjoy Meliodas and Liz's story. And
Yeah,
that was good. That was good. You got more of it in season two, but I did like that because you see like how much he cares. You kind of find a little bit out about his backstory. I mean, there's still a huge mystery with him, but I like that about it in season one.
yeah. We figure out there's a somewhat like a Beauty and the Beast relationship.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. It's a good way to
Or
point it. I like
Meliodas is
that.
the beast, where it seems like Meliodas was the beast and she was the beauty.
Yeah. So, but yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. I don't think there's anything really else. The art's good. I enjoy the art. The opening songs are. I love the opening songs. I don't think out of this whole series that there's not one I don't like. I think I like all. I think there's four, maybe. I think there's two in each season, but not 100% sure on that. But overall, I enjoy.
Was it Flow? Was it Flow?
Um,
Was it the one with Flow? Flow was on the second season, the first
I like that one a
opening.
lot. Um,
Yeah,
the
that was
very
Flow.
the first one,
Flow is
this one, and season one, I like a
always
lot too. But overall, I enjoy all of the opening songs that they have done. I'm just gonna throw this in here. I do like the dub All right, I know sometimes we don't talk about it, but I do like the dub of them. I watched it obviously in sub first, but I just want to throw that in there. I did like the dub. Good job,
I like
Netflix.
that because they do mistrans,
But
and then they mean other things when they mean certain.
yeah, well,
They're
I don't
like,
know. I enjoy like the voices, like some matched, because like when I watch sub, like I have these voices matched in my like head, and like okay, this, and then when I hear it when I watch a dub, I'm like okay, like some just completely throw me off. It's like I don't know if I would have picked that guy, but you know, yeah. So, but I did enjoy the dub in this one as well. So,
yeah.
um,
Like, if you guys rewatch when Meliodas died and subbed and dubbed, there's different things the king says to Meliodas.
yeah,
And lore wise, it's kind of important to know because that's what clicks with certain things later on,
yeah.
and how the king interacts with Meliodas, the
Well,
king of demons. I'm referring.
well, speaking of
That's
season 2, let's jump into some season 2 action here. Which, let's be honest, both I think even for you, I'll say for me, like season 2 was the complete opposite of season 1. It was like I think it was like the episode 5 when they run into oh what the hell is like that old man demon there when the Ten Commandments, the old guy there when they first fight him, like that guy alone fucked up all of them, like bad. Whooped Meliodas' butt. What made Merlin into stone? Fucking tore up that whole town with like one swing. I was like, holy shit! Like it just completely changed because in season 1 you're so used to them kicking everybody's butt, and then this first guy that comes out of the Ten Commandments comes and just whoops their butt completely, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, what just happened? Like, holy crap! And then so it's just really it's very interesting with the flow of season 1 to season 2, and they start out
And
real
talk
quick.
about Garland,
Yeah,
Galen.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. The first fight with the commandments when they come up from the ground or whatever, wherever they come from. Damn it. But yeah, that shit was crazy. I was pretty shocked. I was like, okay. And then I was thinking, like, how in the world? Because then we just find out that Hawk there can read. Is it spell power? Or, I don't know what they call it, or just
That's
power
power.
trip.
I think it's similar. Yeah, it's probably based.
But it's ranked off of like 3 different categories. I think one, right? One is like magic, one is like strength or whatever, and then it calculates up to one number. And I don't know. But anyways, it's kind of interesting because then we get like a power level, I don't know, guide. I don't know if that's the right word or whatever. You know, you get to see like, oh, how strong this person is to this person and stuff like that. You know, getting those DBZ scout readers there and seeing some power levels over 9,000. So that's what Hawk is. So that's interesting because then you can see this how much stronger they were compared to the 7 deadly sins, which the old man there, which I think he was like 20,000 ahead of Meliodas, and he was like one of the weakest out of the commandments. And I was like, holy shit! And then, like I said, they got their butt whooped. And I was thinking, I'm like, okay, so how are they going to? And this is still a question over season 2 is how in the hell are they still going to beat the commandments? Like later on, we find out with Meliodas, which is like the biggest part of season 2, is when you know your boy. Which I was surprised. I thought it was really interesting that when they killed Meliodas, that was like, damn. I love that my man Bond went in there anyways, trying to do something, you know. But unfortunately, he popped like a balloon. It was a and I was like, no! You tried,
he could
man.
barely be anyone else.
You tried.
And he was going to go after him.
God. It's interesting. The reason why I'm at this question is because, like, there's only 2 people, I think, out of the 7 deadly sins right now that can challenge any of the 10 commandments. And that's obviously Escanar, our boy. You know, praise the sun. Praise the sun, which we'll talk about. That episode, man, with Escanar and What's
Escanor.
Escanor
Escanor.
what the hell's the other guy's name?
I don't know who you're referring to.
Who is his big fight with Melios's brother, the the silver hair dude. I can't remember.
Mm.
One of the commandments. um, I haven't watched it since it came out, so bear with me. Anyways, it's the praise the
Esteros.
sun, praise the sun moment.
Esterosa.
Yeah, him. Anyways, that fight was sick. All right, I love that.
Think he's the commandment of love or something like that.
Yes, yes, and I love the whole box in chat. Did someone say praise the sun? Yes, praise the sun. I love that fight. I love that Escanor pretty much beat the crap out of him, like shockingly. And it was high noon time at the time, which is funny because I literally thought of McCree from Overwatch when they seen the sun was at the highest, so it was high noon time. High noon, and shit got real. So, anyways, that was really cool. The animation was awesome. But yeah, the big shocker was Meliodas dying, and I love what they did with the opening scene of the next episode, because the opening scene has Meliodas in it, and then what they did is they took Meliodas out of it. I think for only 2 episodes, I want to say, where it was just Elizabeth herself when Meliodas was supposed to be there. They just completely took him out. I thought that was cool. I thought that was neat. Because at the time you didn't know, and then we find out what Meliodas is and kind of what his ability is. And another really cool thing that we find out is what Elizabeth is, which is, I think, very interesting. With the whole reincarnation, why Meliodas? We're wondering why he was grabbing her boobs and butt all the time. Well, it's the reincarnation of Liz, so he's all over that. Just like Pack a Punch said here, Beauty and the Beast. The Beast found the beauty again. So, um, so that's very interesting. For upcoming season, I'm really curious to see, because I'm not 100% sure, but like when Meliodas gets revived by what, it was his dad, right? The demon.
Demon King, yeah.
Demon King is his dad, and he loses a part of him every time he does that. Is that correct? Basically.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, I mean, is Meliodas going to like turn on him later on? I don't know. This is speculation now, what I'm doing. I'm kind of like going beyond.
Well, he loses his feeling.
Yeah, he starts losing his feelings, but it's going to play something. I mean, there's a reason why they're putting it in there, it's.
Well, yeah, if you were paying attention to like the fight itself, like Meliodas became crueler as he was fighting.
Yeah, when he came back and he was fighting what's her face? One of the other commandments, the girls there, the naked lady.
Yeah.
I'm really bad with names, so I apologize. But yeah, we'll call her the naked lady there. The commandments. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot in season 2. Like, it was kind of like nonstop. When it started and finished, it was pretty much nonstop. There's so much to talk about. Because I imagine we could talk a lot more. Like, I liked even the little kind of the tournament. I liked what Meliodas and them did. That their whole plan was they started the tournament with the giant there and the other fairy guy there. That's one of the commandments too, or whatever. But I like how they played him, where Escanor, the boy there, shoots what is it? I don't know, like a sun bolt or whatever.
To go back on your what you were saying about the king, is the king eats Meliodas'
emotions. That's right.
And if those emotions, without them, he returns to his former state, how he was back in the day.
Oh, okay.
With him being more merciful. I'm not too sure, but like by feeding on the emotions, he says by feeding on the emotions, I can make you regain your forgotten. And that forgotten strength is basically referring to what he was back in.
Yeah, because he became a lot stronger when he came back.
Yeah, I think in the dub it was saying like, "Oh, you're gonna revive me," and that's why I have a problem with somewhat of the dub because it says you're gonna revive, and that didn't was not.
Yeah. I didn't watch all of season 2 yet in dub. I'll have to.
And then Meliodas later on is like, "Screw you," and
Yeah.
then um,
But yeah, it's
so
very
it seems
interesting.
like so it seems like kind of like a lot of the shonen factor or more the anime factor. The more you use the power that is darkness or referring to darkness, you lose a bit of yourself and you become a little mad along with it. And eventually, uh, you'll be fine later on, because Meliodas has a plan.
Yes,
Um,
I mean they have to have some kind of plan because, like I said, if we compare what the commandments are and the seven deadly sins, there's only two seven deadly sins that could really fight them right now. The others are just not there yet. Bond
yeah,
got
so
plopped like a balloon.
obviously they would have to go into training,
Yeah, there's got to be at least I don't know if it's
and they would have to learn
DBZ time whatever.
time skip.
Well, not time skip, but what is it? The oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. My brain don't want to work today. The
But
time chamber. The where they
my
train.
hyperbolic time chamber,
Yeah, dude, they need one of those. All right, they don't got time.
they had something like that. They had
uh,
something like that when they were training.
yeah, they did with the
So
Druids there, which is it's kind of cool. I'm a huge medieval fan, so like I love seeing like fantasy stuff like Seven Deadly Sins here. Like even Overlord's world. I'm just a medieval fan in general, so it's really cool to see. I like the whole like five races. The what is it? It's druids, giants,
Druids, giants,
humans,
demons,
demons.
humans,
I'm missing one.
fairies.
Fairies. That's it. So
There's
that's kind
there's
of
one
cool.
more actually. I think there's
Actually,
one more.
there should
They're
be one
saying.
more. If the
I think they're
angels,
saying.
right? Would that count?
Yeah.
Because what's her
Yeah, they
face?
do.
They
They
summoned
do.
one
They do.
angel and she got shit on or whatever. A
That still
goddess.
counts.
Okay, I don't know what it
Um,
was, but because that's where we see the whole eye thing that, and then Elizabeth has that eye.
and
So
anyways, there was going to be angels because how the hell are you going to incorporate a show with demons and not have any angels
yeah, yeah.
at all?
Which they showed in the beginning of like the intro
Yeah.
that they were
So
fighting.
here's angels fighting demons.
Which I don't know. You've read the manga, so you know more than me. But for me, I don't even Escanor. Like what? I don't know what he is. I kind of feel like he's like a god or something, or that part, or angel or something. That's just my theory. I'm not saying it's true or anything. I'm just speculating again. So I don't know. That's mine. He has to be something like that. I'm really curious to know his backstory and why he's so damn strong. So, but then he has that other form too, the human form. So I don't know if he's what like a curse or something. But yeah, I would like to if when we get season 3, I'd like to know more about him. I like his character a
Mhm.
lot. He almost became my favorite. He's close. He's close. The praise the sun, man.
Bond's your
Praise the
favorite.
damn sun. Bond's still my favorite though. I give mad respect, man. His captain out there was getting stabbed to death, and I love that he went in there, even though he knew he wasn't gonna do.
You couldn't do shit.
He couldn't do shit, but he still went in there. Mad respect. Mad
Like,
respect.
yeah, he really couldn't do anything. Even stealing the power of Esteros,
Yeah.
Esterosa. He still couldn't do anything.
Nope.
Anyways, Ben has a limit on his ability. That kind of sucks, but it shows that he's not as OP as everyone thought he was.
Yeah. No.
And they actually made Bond vulnerable because he could still get his soul taken away,
Yeah, that's
which is
true.
also pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, his body's immortal, but his soul is not. So could get in there. What else we got? I mean, what about you? What's your feelings on everything, or do you have any questions yourself about certain things,
Uh,
story wise,
Story wise,
or
plot
like, what do
wise,
you think? How do you think they're gonna have a chance against the Commandments?
I don't think the commandments are that.
Huh?
I don't think the commandments are that much of a I'm not saying they're not dangerous, but I don't think they're as dangerous from what it looks like plot wise.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
the reason why I say this is because you got to look at this, and you have to look how the story's telling us this. Most story, and I'm not saying every writer writes. I'm just saying why introduce the demons first?
why?
If they're supposed to be the biggest bad guy, why introduce them first? Wouldn't it be better for you to hide the biggest bad guy later in the series?
Oh yeah, I think that. I'm just saying, like, what do you think their plan is? Because like,
Oh,
like the commandments right now are definitely like, if we which
because
side is
to get
stronger right now is definitely the commandments.
yeah, they're just trying to get stronger at the
And
moment because they're weak and they haven't eaten anything.
yeah,
You can
um,
actually low key say that maybe Asteros is still not at his strongest because he still hasn't have enough souls. But that's
that's true. They were still.
being that's just thinking of that's just you
And I
trying to
want to
think
see
of
the little brother, the one that looks like Meliodas. I would like to see.
uh Dick. I
We didn't
don't
get
know
to
how to
see
pronounce
him
it. I
fight
don't know.
much, but
He's dope.
yeah, he would be cool to
He's
see
deep.
because he didn't
He didn't
fight in season
shit.
2 very much. I don't think really at
He
all.
just swapped hands with Meliodas real very fast. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
Because
and
the
he
the
was
taller
doing
guy is
real.
the younger brother, right?
He
I'm trying to
I'm
remember.
not trying to say Zeldris. That's
Zeldris, okay. But the taller one is younger. I think the youngest brother, or is it the oldest? I can't remember.
Meliodas is like older than that big brother.
Yeah,
But I don't know if they're actually biological siblings.
yeah. We don't know that for sure,
Yeah,
but they're
they
just saying they're brothers. So
maybe Zeldris is and Meliodas are, but I don't know about.
yeah. And I imagine King is gonna fight the fairy commandment and see.
Um,
But I think King's gonna have to get powered up though. He needs.
I don't know
I don't
because
know if they're gonna do the whole fairy kind of King battle there. I could see.
because because it kind of doesn't kind of doesn't really make that much sense later on in the story.
Yeah,
Because
and then
okay, this is my I was trying to say about the story. Like why introduce demons first? Is and it's because demons aren't the real threat. Who's been in the shadows? Who's always been whispering in someone's ear? It's the angels. They've
yeah,
been speaking with Bond. They told him to get rid of demons. Then you got to look at it this: the Fairy King isn't a demon from the Fairy. The
no,
Giant
no, he's not.
is not a demon. He's from the Giant clan.
Yeah,
So why are these clan members joined up with the demon faction? And then you put that together with the thing that says who's been whispering in somebody's ear and who's the real bad guy of this series, or
yeah,
who's the ones pulling most of the strings and who's not as good. And you can see this. You can see the pictures of this. The angels are bad people. We don't know why. You don't know what they're specifically doing, of course. But you would have to think of this. It was so great. The angels were gonna do something so great or devastating that it was gonna get rid of the clans of the fairies and the giant. That's maybe the only reason why the giant and the fairy king at that time first actually joined the demon. Because
they,
why would clansmen? Because you gotta look at it this: they could have joined forces with each other,
yeah,
but were they really going to stand a chance against the angels? Possibly not, because why would you join the demon clan?
yeah,
So because of that, you have to you were starting to think of, oh, they must have cut a deal or something. Something must have been arranged, and maybe they had a little bit more freedom with the demon clan. Maybe you got to look at it this like the angels was like, how can I say it, discriminating against other
depends
races.
what. Yeah, it depends on what their goal is in
Yeah,
a way.
yeah, sometimes they maybe have been discriminating against other races.
It's
Could
kind
be
of
that,
like the
or they have
villain.
like a whole like a cleansing kind of thing, like Zamasu. Like I want to destroy all the mortals in
Yeah,
all the in the world
it's kind of
and
the
have only gods there, kind of.
yeah. It's kind of like the villain trying. that thinks he's the good guy.
Yeah, like you got to look at even Naruto, or like most of the villains and front faced are not really the bad guys. Bad
Yeah, it's
guys,
not.
like it's always the person who's under or the one who's whispering to somebody's ear, who's plotting for
Yeah,
centuries on end, whispering against somebody else, or that's how it usually is a lot
yeah.
of times. So it's
Well,
like the conniving people that are
yeah,
those characters, and
I can see the angels like plotting something, but like the demons ain't really that great though. I mean, they're killing everybody right now and collecting their souls. Like they don't have really good intentions, of course, but I'm kind of curious if it'll just come to like a huge ass war, pretty much again, kind of what they're
yeah,
talking about previous. The intro I'm talking about, that
yeah,
the big war
yeah.
back in the
There's
day.
definitely going to be another war, and
That's what it's gonna
but
eventually
what,
build up to. But we
yeah,
haven't seen much of angel stuff yet, except for what the one goddess girl that gets summoned, that she
yeah,
got shit
that
on
and
by
basically
one of the
basically that
commandments.
and people getting possessed and bloodlines and stuff like that,
Yeah,
aunties, uncles, and having powers to you know banish evil and stuff like that. But
it's
what's
interesting with
even
the King Arthur and Merlin and that, like just name wise and stuff. That he's kind of an interesting character too. Kind of
yeah,
curious
he's
where they're
like a
gonna go.
wild card.
Yeah,
Like yeah, he's gonna have something. He's gonna have a role to play, but we don't know exactly
yeah. I'm not sure what
what
role
kind
he's
of
gonna
role,
play.
what kind of role he's gonna play. But like it's gonna be a war again. But what the deep like I'm saying this, like if you had demons full power straight from the jump, there will be almost nobody to even beat.
Yeah,
Even yeah, like it would be almost no one to beat them. Even Escanor might have a hard time because they're probably not at full power at the moment. So and that's just saying like all seven, all 10 of them, fight Escanor. I'm just saying he'll have a little bit of the
yeah.
little bit at least,
Well, it's
like very
interesting too that we find out Merlin and Gunther were demons as well. When they
yeah.
say, I can't remember her full name, but some crazy, or what was it? They did a demon voice or something.
Well, you
That
you don't really hear the name itself.
No,
It's
but
like it cuts off, and so you don't ever hear what the name is. And then they were like, oh, like even in the movie, in Seven Deadly Sins movie, and I don't know if it's canon or not. I just referencing that they're like, oh, what are you? And Marlin's describing herself, and she's like, I'm a human and something, you know.
yeah, yeah, it's
And
very
she doesn't
interesting.
really go into detail. She's just like,
And Gunther is
and she,
really mysterious too.
yeah, but
He's very an interesting character. I don't
yeah,
know
but yeah,
what they're
but
gonna do
like I
with
was
him.
saying, like I'm going back to my point, like that the angels. It seems like the angels are the ones that are moving very cautiously,
Well,
and
yeah,
I
they're
like I
they're
was
hiding right now, pretty much.
yeah, they're not really hiding. They're
Well,
they're organized. I think they're organizing things and
they're
getting ready for things
waiting
to
for their
happen.
time. Yeah,
And of course, like almost any biblical references referring to the Bible, there's going to be a Michael, there's going to be a Gabriel, and there's going to be archangels, and these archangels are going to be massively powerful than your regular angels that probably most of the characters come across.
which is.
The demons are going to have a really hard time fighting against these people,
Hmm.
or they're almost literally gonna not get smashed, but they're gonna have a hard time winning. Something's gonna happen. There's gonna be all chaos, and I was saying also this, like if we had the demons all like strong immediately in the series, the humans would basically lose. Even if all the seven deadly sins live, there's no way they could possibly save. Well, there's not. I'm not saying no way. It'll be extremely difficult to save the human race in that kind of aspect
Oh yeah, for sure.
because their strength is extremely hindered compared to what they were, and they probably are rusty. They have a swung blade in like what 10,000 years or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
I'm just guessing, like with the years, but it's at least over 1,000 years. I would believe, and that becomes rusty over time. But and I'm saying this. Remember, the humans, even King Arthur, he said, "Damn, humans used to fight these monsters. Like
Yeah,
these people are crazy strong. Like and they're only crazy strong because humanity became peaceful. Most
Yeah,
of humanity became peaceful,
wasn't a
and there was
survival.
that much conflict among demons and humans. So of course there was lost arts, lost skills. Humans weren't as fighting as much. Is it's just the casualties of not the casualties of war. I would say it's just the problem with peace. Sometimes is that your skills get rusty, generations forget the methods and tactics they
Yeah,
used to do, and because of that,
it's kind of like Game of
they
Thrones.
yeah, it's a lot. It's I'm
Game of
yeah,
Thrones
it is
starts
like
all
that.
like humans, like you didn't know there's like magic. Everyone thinks it's a myth, and later on in the series, I don't want to spoil any Game of Thrones, but it changes. So
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
everything was a
yeah,
myth.
it's like yeah, because that too, and same thing with almost Naruto in a sense where now a lot of people are being scared because we now in the Naruto universe there's been peace for so long, and we don't know if these kids are ready to combat the things that may come because they are so naive. And
Yeah,
that's somewhat the same thing that's happening with Seven Deadly Sins. They were so naive that they were going to be safe and all that, and then you know,
shit hits the
Seven Deadly
fan.
Sins protected them, or sometimes went against some civilizations, and that's the worst case scenario. But now they have demons, and they're like, "Oh my god, our ancestor fought these shits. Oh my god, how are we gonna battle these creatures that are much stronger than us, have more knowledge than us, and that fought stronger humans than us? So guess what? We have to. So in a sense, like I'm not saying the plot brung them down. I'm just saying it's it's better for the demons to not be fully strength right away because it would have been a massacre.
Oh yeah, it
It
would have
still
been
is a
over.
massacre.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it's still pretty
it
bad.
still is a massacre. Don't get me wrong, but it would have been imagine all of them at full.
Yeah, it would have been.
Even if you put them all at a quarter or 10%, like imagine a 90% increase of all their strength. Or even if you put eight of them at 80%, they still need 20% stronger.
Yeah,
That's a massive increase for 10 individuals. At the end of the day,
yeah,
and that just says that hey, that gives humans, King Arthur, the seven deadly sins, and the rest of the people time to reevaluate how they should attack the 10 demons, and not only that, maybe the foes as angels later on in the future because
yeah,
they have to fight them as well, and they have to find their middle ground and fight for the world they would like to live in.
yeah. Well, it's just like when Meliodas got taken out there, and uh, they were attacking that town that the Seven Deadly Sins were protecting there. And I love the love thing where none of them could move. Bond couldn't move, but then we got our boy Escanor just walking through. I heard that they changed that. I never read the manga, but even in the sub version, I heard that they changed that because he says that's my sin when they were talking about when Escanor talks to what do you ever say the older or the tall brother or whatever. I guess in
Estarossa?
yeah, I guess in the manga he says that that is my sin because he's talking about he's giving the speech to Escanor. And he's like, wait a minute, no, that's my sin. And then he, obviously then the showdown begins. But I love when they end that episode, I love when they end it. And I was like, oh God, like that hype was real for the next episode. I was like, I was waiting. That week was a long week, all right, to wait for that fight. But it was great. And it paid out and I loved it. I can't wait to see him fight some more. It's also interesting with the Druids too. We only got a little bit of the Druids this time around, and well, what's her face like Meliodas, one of the Druids there, but they're an interesting race too. Um, I'm kind of curious how strong they are because are they? They're pretty much like magic strong, right? I think that's what they're based mostly with magic. And like the giants are cool. I'm glad that we got to see what's her face is the one that she trained with because we got backstory. We got some backstory in this one too, which I was surprised we got more backstory with Bond there with his was it werewolf dad figure, right?
Yeah, like a fox
Yeah, for Fox,
person.
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, that was good. That was interesting. Well, obviously it paid out in the end because with the whole soul girl there. Um,
And then his instead of eating Bond's soul, he ate
yeah,
his I could say it, his foster dad's
yeah,
soul. The
he had to pay that debt back because he wasn't there
Well,
for
he didn't have to. He felt bad because he chose one son over another.
yeah.
Well he technically shouldn't
Yeah, I shouldn't feel
feel
bad, but like it's just that blame. So at least he got to repay his debts there. So um, that was kind of a cool background story. Then Deanna, right? Am I saying it? I'm saying it wrong. I think I don't know why.
hmm?
The giant girl for Seven Deadly Sins, Deanna.
Whose backstory?
Her backstory with when
Deanne.
she loses her memory and then she
Yeah,
runs
it's
into
Deanne.
Deanne. Yeah, she runs into I don't know her name either. The blonde hair giant that used to train her, and we get the backstory of that and
Basically,
the giant tribe thing that they used to be. Pretty much what uh was the word, mercenaries in a
apprentice.
way. They were hired by, but they got the humans. I think it was the humans that tricked them or something like that. The reason why they started hating or why they hide pretty much when when Deanna thought what's her face died, but obviously she didn't. So that was kind of cool and interesting to see the background stories there. Um, who do we not? We need more from Guther. I think he's probably the most mysterious one, and maybe Escanor for background story. Um, which was great to see him. I love that he was the random bartender in the mountain there when they run into when Bon and I do like the other chick that likes Bon a lot.
Oh yeah.
She's pretty cool. I like her.
She's like, yo, he saw me naked.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, I mean, what else? Anything else that we can go through here? I think we got like 5-10 minutes. But for me, season 2, if you watched our podcast episode of our top 5 animes,
If
it
you
was
watch
mine.
any of our podcasts, we always Oldest loves referencing Seven Deadly Sin.
Oh yeah, I still love it, man. Um, uh,
Almost the same words.
yeah. Well, I'm trying not to reference in Overlord because we all know how. If you've been watching the show or listening to the show, you know how I feel about Overlord. Um,
Well, the
so
last is
hopefully season 4. I was hoping season 3 of Overlord would
see.
be, really, up it.
13.
But that didn't happen. So Shane here, who just followed, said he never could get into Seven Deadly Sins. Did you just try season 1? I would recommend getting through season 1 because we were just
Getting a
talking.
Netflix account and watching it.
I would recommend getting past season 1 because season 2 is a lot better than season 1. I understand some people that couldn't get into it season 1 because like Pack-a-Punch's reasons why he had what the problem was is they were OP. They were way too overpowered. They whooped everyone's butt. Season 2 is the complete opposite.
A lot of them lack box there.
You actually get questions answered in season 2 that were a lot of questions in season 1. You get more background story on the characters. It's just a lot better season. But like season 1 was just like a setup, and then like season 2, put it back into my queue. Yeah,
I think season 1 was like niche. It was like the niche. Here's the niche of the show. This is what's gonna draw you to it.
yeah,
The season 2 is gonna get you here to stay.
yeah, for sure. Like season 2 was a huge turnaround. Because I liked season 1. It wasn't amazing. I just thought it was good. Like I enjoyed it. And season 2 came along, and that shit, like, I was like, damn, this is good. It got to that great level to me. I was like, damn. So that's all I can say. I totally understand if you couldn't in season 1, but season 2, I think, will be a lot different for you. If that shit hits the fan when season 2. So, I mean, we just spoiled a lot of stuff, but, it's okay. because there's a lot of mystery to it, and it's good mystery too. I do love in season 2 when we got to see Meliodas' background story. That was cool. When he went and got that baby, and everyone's like wondering why, and he was like super defensive. That's like the whole story about Elizabeth, which she's pretty cool too. So it's interesting with the whole reincarnation thing.
Okay, so there's little differences in the
Oh, you
and
looking
how
up the
the
manga?
anime. Yeah, there's little differences on how that scene was displayed.
Yeah, I just
So
read
like,
comments and I knew they were saying that it was a little bit different, and there was like a big thing
yeah,
that was
like this
important.
is kind of big in a sense. Like if you were watching the anime, like Estarossa, like when Escanor was walking up to him, he actually his eyes was like shocked. He was like, "Oh my god, why isn't my commandment working not on you?" You know, something around the lines of that.
Yeah,
And then if you read the manga, he's more like he's like laid back and he's not surprised. He's like, "Why you're not afflicted by my commandment?" He's not like, "Oh my god, it's not working." He's more like, "Huh." It's like, "Why is my thing not working?"
yeah. Does he say something like "that's my sin" or something like that? And
No, he doesn't say anything in regards to that in both.
oh, okay,
And
because I
I'm
remember
even
reading. Are you like on the
yeah,
manga
and I'm
pages?
even referring. Yeah, I'm like literally reading it right now. I can't show it because I'll be troubles. But of course, but you know the line where he says, "Of course, it has no effect. I have no reason to feel hatred towards those beneath me." Those are basically the same. And he says the same pity line, but there's a difference on how Escanor says it in. Well, it's in the dub first, for instance. Compared to the manga, he's like, "You have such insolent pride," and then Estarosa's like, "Oh, such great pride."
Yeah,
And that could be referencing, and that could be just what's that word? Being sarcastic. That
yeah,
could be, but it didn't come off as that. But
yeah. That was probably one of the best.
yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. It did say that is my.
Yeah, that's
He
my sin.
says that all I feel is pity towards them, such insolent pride, and that's my.
Yeah, that was like a big thing, and it wasn't in the anime. I just remember reading the comments about it, and everyone was like, kind of like, oh man, they didn't say it. That's like one of the best lines. Like that was his thing. So I was kind of curious. I don't know. That's why I read it. I remember just reading comments about it when that episode happened. I think it was when that episode happened. I was like looking it up, like
Yeah. So
reactions to it. You know, because I
like
wanted reactions with the whole Meliodas
I
thing.
why it's big because like in that last panel in the manga, Esconor is kind of like saying, like you said, he said this is my sin, and that's like the only words he's saying because and like in the anime, he's literally just saying, "I'm Esconor," the lion's sin of pride, or basically just giving out his introduction
He's
as a
flexing.
person. But it's much cooler for him to say. It is much cooler for him to say that is my sin,
Yeah.
and then he's looking down upon
Oh,
Estarossa.
dude, that stare down, man, was so good.
Yeah, but also in the manga, this is different because in the end, like they show actually the distance, like like when Estarossa gets blasted with the final attack from Escanor, actually shows that Estarossa doesn't just stop at the trees or whatever, and you just see him fly away and you don't see him anymore. He actually goes in the manga towards the sea.
Oh yeah.
He goes all the way towards the sea.
Well, he shoots him pretty far, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
like further.
you just don't know how far. But in the
Yeah.
manga, they actually do show the ending of the blow itself
Damn. Yeah,
and
because
how
oh
far.
god, I was surprised how. In a way, I was surprised. I want to say fully surprised, like how strong Escanor is. Because I feel like he can handle most of the commandments, maybe two at a time,
Yeah,
but probably two at a time, maybe three. But I mean, just praise the sun, damn it, praise it. Just throwing suns at people. That's what I do. Uh, But anyways, I think we're on the time mark here where we can end our episode 17 here. I don't think there's anything else that I'm missing. For I think we talked pretty much through both seasons. Who is your favorite character? I actually don't think
yeah,
Who is your favorite character? I told you mine, but I was just kind of curious what yours is.
yeah. It stops at the beach, but you don't, or it stops at a body of water of lake. It stops at a body of water. It doesn't really reference the beach,
Oh yeah,
but in that manga, it references literally the sea and the sea and the cliff.
yeah. Who's your favorite character? Before we end this, I don't think I've ever asked you.
I like Meliodas.
Melios, yeah, Melios is pretty.
Despite him being OP as hell,
Yeah.
I feel like he has a, and the reason why I like him because he's a little knife bastard, and he
He's
and the
always
reason why
flexing, dude. He's always
and
flexing no matter what.
this is a theory. Okay, then this is the end the whole podcast off. All right. So if Meliodas is a demon, why does he having Liz? What makes Liz so special? Back in the day, and Elizabeth. Well, she's something godly or something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
But Meliodas can't die. Usually when people don't want to die in most terms, even demons can die, but Meliodas can't. So wouldn't Meliodas want to die? But also, you gotta look at this. Why does he being around Liz? Why is Liz being reincarnated? What makes her so important?
Yeah.
Did Meliodas meet a person who was old, another Liz, and then she became a Liz, and then Elizabeth and stuff like that,
Yeah, it is.
And
Very
then
interesting.
you gotta look at it this. Maybe Meliodas is looking for her to remove the curse so he can die.
Yeah.
So he's technically and the thing is, if you look back on those few episodes, Meliodas is really defensive about Elizabeth.
Yeah. He is.
Very defensive.
Yeah. He
To
gets
very
serious.
defensive to the point where it's like, it's my treasure, it's my thing. I don't want you to hold it because this is my opportunity.
He's obsessed.
This is me trying. It's something very precious to me, and it's like, nigga, like, dude, that's a daughter. Like, that's a little child.
Yeah.
And
Melios is freaking old as.
so it's like, I'm not saying Meliodas wants to die. I'm just saying, after living so long and you have a curse that says you can't die, wouldn't you want to die? You want to get rid of that curse?
Yeah. Well, another interesting thing before we end. It's kind of, we never found out who killed Liz the one time. Do you think this is somebody that knew or probably hated Meliodas? To be my guess.
Wasn't it that guy? But I can't. I think it was him.
Was it him? I can't remember, dude.
Yeah, I think he did kill Liz.
Did they?
And that's
I can't
why
remember if they
that's
confirmed
why
it or
he, yeah, he killed Liz, and then he freaking Meliodas snapped.
Yeah,
every single
I
time,
think
but-
so because he like blows up or whatever. But I can't remember.
Yeah, and his recollection of it. But he just gets really angry. But in the sense of that, like, he probably did love Liz. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying he has also an ulterior motive, because why is he, why is he holding that child? Like, it's like no tomorrow. Like, that's a whole new girl. Despite you being reincarnated,
the baby,
you don't,
the baby.
you don't act this. The person's not the exact. Korra is not the same as Aang, and yes, they're completely different stories. But I'm just saying, nobody, even reincarnated, acts the same and has the same situation and same opinions as they were before.
Yeah. All right.
But
now, or you got more?
Just last name, but to dispute all that, Elizabeth still loves Meliodas. So
yeah, they're both like attracted.
They're both attracted to Meliodas regardless. And maybe some things do stem through reincarnation. Well, that's it. That's all I got to say for right now.
All right. Because I think time-wise, I couldn't remember what time we started, but I think it's an hour. I think we're good on the hour time.
Yeah. Something like that.
I think it was 10:30 when we started. Not 100% sure. But
yeah, it's like...
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you haven't watched Seven Deadly Sins, I recommend it, especially season 2. All right, just
It's an anime that you should
yeah,
read, watch,
it's a good time to
and
get into it too.
enjoy.
Because I can't
Yeah.
wait for season 3. It probably won't be this year, I'd imagine. Like, next year.
Probably.
I don't know. They came out with the movie surprisingly. That was kind of
Yeah,
random.
they did. We don't have much news as
I don't know how far they are in the manga or anything. I don't know how close they are, anime wise.
they're to the anime. It's pretty far, but
Oh,
in
it's
other
still pretty
news,
far?
just to end off this video again, I'm sorry guys, but for Seven Deadly Sins manga is gonna be ending pretty soon, in about a year and change. So,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I said that last year. Actually, the news came out of that last. So it could be ending at the end of this year or early 2020. So enjoy Seven Deadly Sins while you can, because it's only so much.
Yeah, that's like probably what 50 some chapters left. If it goes week by week, I don't know.
Yeah, it goes week by. No, actually, does it go week by? I'm not, because I'm not caught up. So
Okay. Okay. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. This is the Otaku Town, where we talk anime topics or just pure animes. Like this episode was a pure anime. Sometimes we do like top fives or just an anime topic itself, you know. But
and if you have any topics for us, please let us know. Just
yeah.
send us on Twitter, Pack Punch TV, or DM us at DM Oldish, at Oldish22.
Yeah, man.
On Twitter, Instagram,
all that jazz.
any one of those.
I was
all
gonna
that, or just comment on this YouTube.
Yeah, this is going on YouTube. You can find us on YouTube or Spotify, iTunes, whatever for app wise. If you guys would share it to your friends that love anime as much as we do, that'd be really, really cool. Appreciative. I think rate it or like it, depending where you listen to. I don't know. Every app is different. We'd really, really appreciate it. But yeah, if you guys have any anime topics you guys want to see or let us talk about, definitely give us a message. I do have a Discord if you guys want to join and you got message ideas. I'd definitely be down. The only thing I was going to say to you, Pack Punch, is I think we should pick an anime that we watch week by week for this new batch of animes, like we did with Goblin Slayer. What do you think? We have to pick one, but we don't have to do it right now. But I think just coming up, that we both watch.
Let's do something new.
Yeah.
Let's do something. There's two
of them that are really big, I think. Right. Well, actually,
let's do Shield Hero.
Shield Hero. Okay, we'll do Shield.
It's a video game anyway.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that one.
Video. I started watching it last night. I actually watched it. So it seemed pretty interesting. Not as bad as I thought it would.
Yeah. I hear it's pretty good so far. At least that's what I've heard. And the other one, the kid one there,
I won't tell you don't want to.
What? Don't what? What's the other one that's really big? Is it Neverland?
Promise Neverland.
Promise Neverland. That's the other one. So, but I will watch the Shield one so I can catch up, and then we'll do our first impression or something. That'll be another episode. But
I'm gonna read Promise Neverland.
Yeah,
because it's better in manga form.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying it's better because the way they draw.
Okay,
better.
I'll eventually get to those. I'm trying to finish some other ones up before I get to those ones. But I will start.
We can talk.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'll start watching that
Twin
one.
Star.
Which one?
Talk Twin Star.
Oh, Twin Star. Yeah, we can do an episode. But I'm just saying something that we can do like we did with Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, you can do that.
First impression. Then we did like a middle-ish episode, and then we did a late one with our final verdict or something. So
yeah, that, and then we still do SAO.
Yeah, we still gotta do SAO too, because SAO is still going, and that will still be going. I think even with Shield, because
it's funny. I predicted something while watching the episode, and it happened, and I was like, "God damn it!" I knew it.
I gotta catch
the
up
opening
on SAO.
Spoiler. I was like, the opening makes so much sense.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
Don't say anything.
I'll leave that for another video.
But anyways, guys, we are the Otaku Town. Hope you guys enjoy.
And if you like these shirts, follow my boy at Virus Graphics. He makes really great One Piece shirts. He's about to come out with the Zoro one. He dropped Gogeta Blue.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
He's coming out with the Zoro one?
That's also why I didn't do anything this weekend. Stayed inside because I'm broke. Because I bought that shirt and I gotta buy Kingdom Hearts on Monday. So guys, if you guys want to see somebody, stream Kingdom Hearts for the first time, who replayed all the games. Oh, just 22 is where it's at.
Long time fan here from the beginning.
We made it.
I know. 14 years.
Almost 2
We did it.
decades. Almost took 2 decades, but we made it.
All right, guys. I will be starting the stream up after, a little bit after this podcast here. Give me like 5-10 minutes.
And if you don't know how to spell virus, it's VYRUS.
There you go. Definitely check out that guy. He makes amazing shirts.
Yeah. And we're not sponsored. We're
not
not
sponsored.
sponsored. I'm just letting you know.
We love his work. All right. We love his work. So I will definitely be buying that Zorro shirt when it comes out. No doubt.
I'm a hopefully I got.
No doubt.
Hella.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you next episode. Have a good one.